Hello, in this video I'm going to use Backdrop Designer to make Commodore 64 ready art. Now I will be using another tool that I've created called the C64 Fixer, a little kind of utility that helps fix all the restrictive block information for multicolor. So I'm going to load in a screenshot of something that I made, and let's just see what I've got here. So I've got a little kind of scene here from a project I was working on, and I worked on this scene using Unreal Engine to make a kind of oil facility, oil refinery scene. It's just loading that up. It is a high resolution image, so it will take a bit longer, but there we go. So that's the image there. I'm going to turn off the force scale so that I can scale it larger than the screen itself and find a nice kind of viewpoint. So I'm going to go for that one, and I'm going to bring the pixel mode on. Now I've got loads of options here of different pixel modes, but I want to use the Commodore 64 one, and I'm going to see what kind of blend looks good. I often like the last blend because I like the scenes to look darker, and then I can kind of play with the dither range. Now it's a good idea to maybe mix that up as well, but like for example, if I like this one, I'll put the dither range down a good bit, and then I'll save that out as a lighter version, or in fact it's probably easier to save out the darker one because of the way it processes these. Now I've kind of lost a bit of border there. Just zoom in a bit closer then. So we'll go for that one, and yeah, I'm just going to use the dither range straight from here. Let's go for a different dither setup. I quite like that one, so increase the range a bit. In fact, let's just go for the regular noisy looking dither. Right, so now that that's done, I just want to save that out, so Control S. Let's call this test fork truck. Now I've not released this tool yet, but this tool is in progress, and once it's got more features I'll look at releasing it. So it's asking me to open up the file I want to process, so I'm just going to load up that one, and it's very slow at scanning, only because it's giving you a live update and that slows the process down. I might actually give you some options whether you want to see a live update slower or no live update faster, and it is kind of like twice as fast without seeing the live update, but I quite like seeing it build up the image and building up these little blocks. You get to see what they're turning out like. It will also work on a regular image, so as soon as you open this up it will ask for an image. It doesn't have to be a pre-done bit of Commodore art like this. But the real reason behind this tool was so that I can make the art in Backdrop Designer and not worry about the restrictions, bring it into here and let it show me where all the problems are. It will work out the best colour to use. In this case I think it might be black, which means it will allow me up to 3 more colours per block, and I can see this one would be a problem. So as soon as it's done, it's going to flag up red blocks, and all I have to do is click them. So there, that's one. Let's see what happens. So it took away just 2 ones it didn't really like, and it's left that little one in there. No big deal. So I'll just click each block. I'll let it do its thing. Sometimes it will give a little bit of a chunky looking block like that, based on the majority colours in there, and it's up to you to go in and fix that manually later. So it says the most common ID is 0, which is black, and you can see that value, and there's the pixel count. You just click until those are all fixed up. I might automate this so it's just a one button click, but I quite like clicking on these just to see what it does, and that way I can think what I need to change. Now the only one I really change is that one. It's kind of doing a job, but this one's kind of lacking a bit. It's probably the one beside it needs a bit of work. So that's all done. I just do Control S or S to save, and then I'm just going to do processed, and I'll save it as a PNG. And I'm just going to quit out of this. Then I'm going to use a tool called GangEd, but I need to convert this image like I have with this one. I need to convert it to a bitmap just because of the way GangEd imports. So processed, and that all looks good. Now I could go ahead and just make my little fix manually here, because what I want to do is just take some of that orange there, or that brown, and just kind of help drive. Just help if you're using normal, and just help drive some of that light over a bit. And maybe even take some of it away here. It's just a shame that it's using all these colours and not really leaving room for anything else. Now I could bring in black, because that is the main background colour, just to break up that block a bit, and that's a little bit better. So I'll save that as a bitmap. I'll call it process bitmap, and then I'm going to open GangEd. It's a free tool, and it's going to do load PC image, processed, low res, tell it the background color. So I could say most common, that's like going to be the same as what I got. That's the way the cleanup one works, so I'll just leave that as most common, no dithering, and full color. Say OK. Let's make sure everything's good. Yeah, all looks the same, and then you can save that as a whatever you want, koala, PRG. So I'll save it as a PRG, and let's call it refinery. And then I can go ahead and test that in Vice just by dragging it in. So let's see, drag it in there and it should load up. And there we go. So that's in Vice. I'll scale that image down a bit. You can see that a bit better. And there we go. So fully processed from Backdrop Designer, and fixed up all the restrictions, and it's held up pretty well. There's another little scene that I made earlier. I'll just find that one. So I've got some pipes. I want to throw that in there. Let's see how that one looks. Yeah, and there we go. Alright, so thanks for watching this video. I hope you like using these tools. I'll make the C64 Fixer available soon once I've added more features to it. I do want to make it export BMP if possible. I'm not too sure how to do that, but I'll figure it out at some point. Thanks for watching, bye.